I'm sticking to the day-to-day. I think the main thing is handle your business on Friday. Let the Western Conference sort themselves out. They're all playing each other. They're all running into each other. And so it's got to be a day-to-day thing. But I actually like it because I think the Suns are the only team in this bunch that truly controls their own destiny.
Hank McCoy.
So in 7th place in the West right now is the Suns. We've got 9 games remaining. Y'all should probably know all of these ones, but it's the Thunder, Pelicans, Cavs, Wolves, Pelicans again, Clippers again, Kings, and then the Wolves. So prior to last night's game, we gave our predictions for the final 10 games of the season for the Suns. I think I was 6-4. Gerald, you were 5-5.
I was 5-5.
Saul was 5-5. Flex was 7-3. Espo, you were 6-4, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So still feeling pretty good about what we selected when it comes to the Suns.
I am.
I think I bumped them up over these last 9. I think I bumped them up to 5-4, which would put it at 6-4 versus 5-5, which was what I said yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Thunder's a tough one, but we'll see about SGA's availability because that obviously matters a ton. I think with 2 games against the Pelicans, you might be looking at a situation where you split there. Clippers, same deal, although it's tough because they've been a train wreck over the last couple of weeks. And the Suns need to win both those games if they want to keep that tiebreaker alive because they're 0-2 against LA so far this season. But that is a tough matchup. The Kings one, obviously important. And then you've got the Wolves twice as well, which even though they don't have Cat, they have been playing pretty well. So it's tough. It's tough when you play the same team twice in a stretch of games like that. It's hard to beat a good team twice. So that's my thing. Why I got them going 5-4 over this stretch. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, what I do like about it is you control your destiny. It's laid out there. I know we keep saying it, but if you handle your business, your path to being 5 or 6 is right there. I'm not going to go into the 4 range. I'm not. Yeah. I'm not going to go crazy. But you have a real opportunity in front of you by just beating the guys on your schedule. You're not looking for help necessarily as much if you just take care of your own. Now, I don't think they're not running the table. They're just not running the table, and they rank number 1 in the win percentage of opponents over the last 10 games. They're at 56%. It's lower than what everybody when you're looking at what the projections based on overall schedule is this year, but it's still the highest of anybody in the West still. So it's not going to be easy. And I don't know that 5-4 is good enough for what you're going to have to accomplish. I mean, 6-3, depending on who those 6 come against.
Yeah, 5-4 probably wouldn't, just because of the tiebreaker scenarios. So the Mavs own the tiebreaker there. The Lakers own a tiebreaker over us. We do own the tiebreaker over the Warriors, but I don't think we worry about them in the 10 spot. The Kings, again, it comes down to that last game to decide. We are 1-0 against the Pelicans with 2 to play. So even if you split the remaining 2, you still win the tiebreaker over them. And then the Clippers, like I said, you're 0-2, so you have to win both of those games to keep that tiebreaker alive. But yeah, that's my biggest thing is like you probably want to go, if you want to stay out of the play-in, you probably do need to go at least 6-3 and probably 7-2.
Can you put the schedule back up there for a second, Eric? Thank you. I mean, it really depends if you win both Pelicans games, both Clippers games, and a Kings game, and you go, what is that? 5-4, 5-4, like you said, and those are your 5 wins. It dramatically probably changes the things too there too.
Yeah, it could. It
Not
depends.
that those would be the 5 you win.
It's impossible to say because there's still too many games for those other teams that they could win those other games and lose the 2 to the Suns or whatever. And it's just there's too much to project right now. But yeah, if you want to stay out of the play-in, just look. I went through all of these team schedules and tried to figure out which games they'd win, which games they'd lose. If you're the Suns, you want to go like 7-2 to stay out of the play-in. Otherwise, and even that. like you still might wind up in the play-in just because of you got some ground to make up here, and these teams are fighting for the same thing that we're doing.
Yeah, we're all on the same path here. But Luke in the chat is feeling real confident about the Suns going 7-2 within this last 9-game stretch. They said the Thunder, no SGA. Pelicans, no Ingram. Wolves, no Cat. Clippers will be locked into 4 and resting. So they're going 7-2.
Do we know
They're
that
feeling-
SGA is
No,
out for
he-
sure,
good.
though?
he's not out
We're making
yet.
assumptions.
He's
that he won't
not
play.
out yet, but I
Well,
had a
he-
conversation last night with somebody I trust, and he has a thigh contusion. And
So so the assumption is even if he plays, he's a little hindered. So that you know,
Not fully full strength.
with discomfort.
listen, man, you can call me crazy. I absolutely love this schedule. I love it.
Crazy.
I love it. I'm not backing away from it. I said 7-3 when we were playing Philly. I'm sticking with 7-3. I think forecasting out is crazy. I think you take it game by game. They're all going to have a life of their own. You know, you play Friday in OKC coming off of this big Denver win. Potentially no SGA. You win that game after Friday. You sitting there watching the conference play Friday. You watching them beat themselves up on Saturday. You watching them beat themselves up on Sunday. When you come back Monday for your home game versus the Pelicans, this whole damn picture is going to be different. All the shit we're talking, not sorry for that word, but all the stuff we're talking about right now.
Oh, have you heard
totally
this program before?
No, because when I say shit, I don't want to be disrespectful to y'all. I'm not saying that y'all are talking shit. I'm just saying all the stuff in general, all 4 of us are saying is, I think, it's not even going to be relevant by Monday. It's just not. Monday, there'll be a whole different picture. And that Pelicans game will potentially mean a whole lot more for the Suns. And so, yeah, I'm sticking to the day-to-day. I think the main thing is handle your business on Friday. Let the Western Conference sort themselves out. They're all playing each other. They're all running into each other. And so it's got to be a day-to-day thing. But I actually like it because I think the Suns are the only team in this bunch that truly controls their own destiny. They have matchups against everyone that matters. And if they handle their business, they be sitting down. I know you said you don't want to talk about 4. I'm not afraid to. They can go 7-2 in this next stretch, and 4 is a reality. Because if you go 7-2 and you sweep the Clippers, they're 2.5 right now from where the Suns are. So, yeah, it's just a lot of basketball. And I'm looking at the schedule. Pelicans got a tough schedule. Clippers got a tough schedule. Mavericks got a tough schedule. Kings got a tough schedule.
All right,
This shit's going to be fun.